Well, this is quite the news. I've said it before in my previous video that I'm not a fan of VTubers. They're just really not my cup of tea in terms of entertainment, but if you enjoy that sort of stuff, good for you. I don't blame anyone for liking cute anime girls. I do want to add a couple of things that I forgot to add in the video so that I can clarify my points better. To me at least, there's a difference between being a VTuber and being a YouTuber with an avatar. Being a YouTuber with an avatar means that the character that you are playing is you. It's just that you are represented through an avatar. The avatar can be static two-dimensional images like this, or it can be a virtual character off a face rig or something. I also forgot to tell people that the reason why I use an avatar or a gameplay footage is because I'm reading off of a script and I'm too lazy to memorize the entire thing. Being a VTuber on the other hand means that you're role-playing as another character, and that one requires a lot more effort because you're not really playing as your real self, unless if you're telling me that the person behind Gargura genuinely believes she's a shark, which is oddly believable in this day and age. I mean, that Twitch girl certainly believes that she's a deer. There are definitely some genuine heartfelt moments, but 90% of the time, it's a character being played by really good actors and actresses, and they have to maintain that character throughout the run. There's nothing wrong with either approach. Some people like a more honest and unrestricted personality. Some people like a friendlier and more comforting personality. The thing is, the corporations who back a lot of these VTubers, such as Cover Corp, who made Hololive, tend to prefer the latter category. They like a safer, more marketable and more mainstream personality that doesn't lead them into any sorts of trouble. Personally, I prefer more independent content creators. I'm not just talking about VTubers, I'm also talking about YouTubers in general. They are only restricted to the limitations of their platform, which means that they're allowed to say whatever they like as long as the platform allows it, which unfortunately, depending on the topic, they might straight up demonetize you, suppress you, or even ban you for it. Unfortunately, a lot of Hololive VTubers are restricted by the limitation of not just the platform itself, but also what their contracts and corporations ask them to do. If the corporations ask them to not share opinions that in any way offend a certain country, they must comply to those obligations, or they will get either suspended or terminated. And unfortunately, such a thing has happened to two of these VTubers. In an official statement by Covercore, the VTubers Akai Hato and Kiryu Koko are suspended for 3 weeks. Why? It's because they incited the rage of all the Chinese viewers, or at least the Chinese viewers who have to pretend to get outraged so that they can get social credit points. And if you're not familiar with that, oh boy, you haven't been watching the news lately. But the short version is, if you go against the government, they will reduce your credits, which will prevent you from doing anything in life. This is not helped with the fact that their streams are simultaneously casted to the Chinese video sharing website Bilibili, not to be confused with Blibli, an Indonesian eShop. So what did these two cute anime girls do to cause such an outrage from the Chinese viewers? Well, they showed their YouTube statistics, and one part of the YouTube statistics showed Taiwan. That's pretty much it, really. You might not see that as a problem, but believe me when I tell you that telling the Chinese that Taiwan exists would incite their outrage into this degree. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a video or the stream where they did that. The channels must have privated them at the time of writing. I can only show mine with one of my meme videos. The point is, they showed their YouTube statistics and YouTube recognized Taiwan as a country, but the Chinese didn't, so it's not even their fault that they got banned. As I said before, this is one of the risks that you're gonna have to take if you're going to sign a contract to an entertainment corporation, and especially an entertainment corporation that has branched so much to the point where it's invading people left and right, my country included. I mean, damn you cute anime girls, when will your reign of tyranny ends? I think this hoopla pretty much answers that question. It will end under the tyranny of a country that should have no right to become this powerful everywhere, and yet here it is, pretty much having control of a lot of aspects in mainstream entertainment, including a lot of our anime girls. Unfortunately, as a lot of people said, this is a no-win situation with Cover Corp. Either they have to submit to this request and suspend the VTubers in some way, or they risk pissing off a subset of their audiences that brought them money. That's what this is all about at the end of the day. It's all about the money, and corporations really want to get more money by expanding their market. And one of those markets are the Chinese market, which admittedly is pretty substantial, but you're gonna have to play by their rules. Considering that I'm not really a fan of VTubers, I genuinely want to know your thoughts on this matter. Do you think that this is the right move to make? Will you still support these VTubers despite this move? Or will you move on to other things, preferably ones that don't involve too much politics? Well, if your entertainment involves a multimedia corporation, there's gonna be politics involved in some way, so I don't know, you tell me. Before I end this video, I've already talked about how China has the power to censor a lot of aspects in entertainment. See this video for more details. I'll link everything down below and also the links where you can support this channel in case YouTube doesn't like what I have to say.